anyone give me an update on my baby? I mean, I'm only saying that because I watch Criminal Minds and stuff like that.
Believe it or not, this was a mother who had just killed her child. Today we're looking into 5 chilling cases of cold-blooded killers disguised as loving moms.
Got some specks on her shirt, she's got blood on her shoes. She's not really making sense.
Can I get a coffee from here before we go?
We got coffee there.
We have coffee?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got coffee.
We can get coffee.
She was throwing up, and I said, but we even took her to the hospital.
I'm going to sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
So you have a warrant out of Maricopa County, Arizona, for homicide.
I know.
The amount of fentanyl that was in her system was extremely high.
I have no knowledge to how fentanyl got in my daughter's system.
We were police dispatcher, so come on, do you need police, fire, or EMS? What's that? We want 29, 197. 129, 3129, 127. Hello? Please, I need help.
This was the disturbing call from Crystal Candelario, a mother who went off for 10 days to party with her friends, only to return and find the lifeless body of her 10-month-old daughter. To start, you'll see the conversation with the mother just moments after the police entered the house, when they were still unaware of what had happened.
She get a vomiting the last week, Monday and Tuesday, 2 times. But I was trying controlling because I know I give to her Tylenol or something, for controlling the vomiting. So that's why I was scary because I say, oh my God, I need to go to the hospital because she doesn't eat anything. And she was lose tiny, her weight. I lose, her weight. But right now, in this morning when I wake up, she was asleep. She sleep every day 12 hours.
Okay.
She sleep like at 8 p.m. through 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay.
12 hours. So, in this morning I was sleeping too. I never wake up. She was
What happened? What was going on last night?
Last night she was crying a lot. And I see one moment when I was take a shower, and she was screaming like, I don't know, probably she get a pain.
Okay.
Maybe.
About what time was that last night?
Maybe at 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay.
So she was screaming like, probably for pain or something like that. In this morning when I wake up, I took her in the morning for, Jaylene, wake up, and she wake up, and when I see her, I see she looks like a really, really dry, like a, ¿cómo se dice cuando una persona se chupa? O sea,
kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh, like her face was sunken in?
So, yeah. Y ahí como que yo me asusté y dije.
As you saw, Crystal is lying about being home the past few days, claiming that her daughter's condition suddenly worsened overnight. She failed to mention that she had left her child alone at home for a full 10 days. The autopsy revealed that the child died from extreme dehydration and starvation, which is why her face appeared sunken in. Up next is the interview with investigators at the police station, where Crystal offers bizarre reasons for why she abandoned her child.
What time did you go to Detroit, Michigan on Monday? Monday morning? Okay. On Monday morning, what condition was Jaylene in?
She was okay.
She was okay? Was she awake, asleep?
No, she was sleeping.
She was asleep when you left? Sorry. So, you go to Michigan. What time did you arrive in Michigan?
Just a quick note, after her 5-day vacation in Puerto Rico, she returned to the US, but instead of going home, she went to visit friends in Detroit for another 5 days.
You say through here?
So you get there, when you arrive there, Who do you need help with?
Yo llegué a un hotel, pero yo trabajaba de Uber, así que yo me puse a trabajar directamente en Uber.
She stayed at a hotel and she right away started working at Uber. Italiano to Detroit, Michigan, you don't know what city, you don't know what hotel, you gotta come out with something better than that.
No,
Okay.
pero el hotel donde él se estaba hospedando, Super A.
Where you were staying, not David, where you were staying. We're not talking about David.
Super A, that's it.
Super 8?
Yeah.
Alright, so you arrived 2 hours later, you said it's Super 8, you mentioned something about Uber.
Yo estaba trabajando en Uber, sí.
She was working Uber. Why would you go, hold on, why would you go work Uber in Detroit, Michigan,
Porque yo
instead of doing it here in Cleveland,
Sí, porque
where your daughter is?
yo también trabajaba aquí en Uber, aquí en Cleveland.
Okay, but why go over there and not do it here? Why not do it here? Your daughter's here.
Porque me iba a ver amistades también en Michigan,
She
entonces
was working some
aproveché.
friends over there in Michigan, so she took advantage of the fact that she was over there to visit me, but she worked over there.
Pero no era siempre que lo hacía.
But not always. That's not, she didn't do that always.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way. At what point did you think that it would make sense to leave her here while you was in Detroit?
No toma esto de la manera mal, pero ¿en qué momento tú pensaste que está bien
Por pasear, por
to travel?
por pasear,
Why not travel with you?
¿Por qué no llevaste a ella en coche?
porque yo pensaba regresar el viernes y ya quedarme con ella, o sea, era algo rápido, eventual, que no.
She said that because she had planned on returning on Friday and spending time with them, so
Porque no me iba a quedar en la casa de nadie.
she wasn't going to stay in anybody's house.
But why not take with you if you know, you already knew that she had a condition going on at the time?
Si tú sabías que ella tenía una condición y estaba enfermita,
She needed
¿por qué no llevarla contigo?
Porque por eso mismo, por yo pasear, por
She wanted to have a good time and travel.
It wasn't really her mom that was taking care of her, it was her grandma that was mostly taking care of her. Her mom always wanted to go out and just left her with her grandma and all that.
Do you know of any hired babysitter? Of someone that's hired to babysit when her mom is not available to babysit?
That I don't know.
For instance, when she, now that your sister's in Ecuador, since, how long has she been in Ecuador, by the way?
Today's the 18 days.
So, on days that she has to work, you know, or any other days, who would babysit now that they're in Ecuador?
That I don't know.
Do you know of anyone that she has hired?
No.
Okay.
No.
Once you've talked to her, has she told you what happened?
She told me that Jalen was sick. She said maybe something wrong with the milk. She was throwing up.
Crystal was initially charged with aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, felonious assault, and child endangerment. However, 4 days before the trial, she was offered a plea deal, which she accepted. Under the deal, she was convicted only of aggravated murder and child endangerment. She was sentenced to life in prison.
Just as you didn't let Jalen out of her confinement until she died, so too, you should spend the rest of your life in a cell without freedom. On count 1, aggravated murder, I'm going to sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
This is the mom.
Okay.
Maybe she could be taken someplace else. Yeah, you got my baby. Yeah, I know. Let's get her. Tell.
Huh? Let's get her moved away. Let's go. I want to take you out, okay? I believe there's 2 cars. One went head on into one of the concrete bridge things, or one of the creek things. Hey, Cap, is it 1 car? Is that all we got?
I think so.
I've checked all the other cars. I'm not seeing anything.
Just the one vehicle involved, right?
Yeah, so this lady says she was walking the dog, and this vehicle just
Nobody was even on the road and just veered off.
Alright.
Right in
We're going to have
pole.
reconstruction come out here. We're just going to shut everything down.
This was the scene of the accident where the life of an innocent 2-year-old child tragically ended, and this is Kylie Strum, who lost control of her vehicle on a straight road and crashed into a concrete barrier. The impact was so severe that her child was thrown from the baby seat and immediately suffered serious injuries, passing away later in the hospital. The cause of this tragedy was an enormous amount of alcohol in Kylie's bloodstream.
When they got there, they pulled that out. She was on the ground. They began to pull her out. Found that she was not moving, unresponsive.
As well?
The baby.
Oh, the baby. Okay.
Yeah. I've got a witness that saw it.
Actually saw it.
Yes.
Okay.
2 kids grabbed the baby. Try to grab the baby. She's already on the ground. They grabbed the car
So the baby was on the ground.
or inside the vehicle on the floor. So, the 2 females that were, the young females that were here, they got here, driver was unresponsive at the time. She goes to the back, tries to see if there's anybody else. Door's locked, she unlocks it, gets in the back seat. Baby is on the ground, feet up in the air, head tilted forward, car seat is a little bit tilted forward, but still buckled in.
Still hooked in. But the baby's out of the car seat.
Baby's out of the car seat.
Baby wasn't ever, or was on strapped in front, could have come out of the car seat.
Yeah, there were strapped, there were marks. There were marks like here, so.
I want to say it's like 40 pounds.
Right, so by no means should it have been in that car seat.
I wanted to ask you a couple questions. I want to see if you consent to us searching your vehicle.
My vehicle?
Yes.
I mean, I do, but I feel like I need to ask for an attorney to be here. I'm only saying that because I watch like Criminal Minds and stuff like that.
It's a yes or no question.
Can I wait until my mom is here? I'm literally not trying to hide anything. I just feel like I watch crime shows.
Move on.
And
All right, Kylie, I'm going to issue a ticket for DUI alcohol. It's 11501A2, driving under the influence.
Yes.
Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a warning to motorists. It is a little bit long, so I just need you to pay attention to that. Would you give us consent to search your cell phone?
I'm not refusing. I just.
It's got to be a yes or no.
I'm gonna wait until my mom's here.
Hey, all we're asking for, I'm sorry, I just didn't want to confuse you.
Oh, I'm just.
I know you've had a busy, this has been a rough time. I can't imagine, I just wanted to.
No.
All we're asking for is for consent to go into your vehicle and retrieve your cell phone is what we're asking for.
I'm gonna wait until my mom's here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait until my mom's here. Can anyone give me an update on my baby? Is she still being transported to St. Francis?
We don't know that. We're just officers. We'll let the medical staff. Do you consent to a blood and urine draw?
I'm waiting until my mom gets here. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just.
But this isn't up to your mom, okay? This is up to you as an adult.
I know I'm waiting until my mom gets here.
Well, we don't really have that option. Either you consent or we're getting a search warrant, okay?
Okay, then I consent.
Kylie is extremely worried about having her blood drawn, and for good reason. She had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.36, which is more than 4 times the legal limit. It's unbelievable that she can even speak coherently, as that level of intoxication usually leaves people unable to function normally. What follows is chilling. You'll see how she remains completely calm and doesn't even ask about her child.
So the only thing that I do know is that there's something called like an initial, I believe it's called like an initial blood draw, and it's more for the medical staff to have, like, they get that automatically. What they've told us is that it was a 0.4, you know, it's just something that's significantly higher.
I was way higher.
That's that initial blood alcohol content level, and that initial one that the medical staff gets, and then they allow us to just know what that is typically, I guess, slightly higher than like the actual readings. My knowledge, the state doesn't really care. As long as it's over that 0.08, it's going to be categorized as a DUI, right? And that's kind of what they're really concerned about.
Okay.
What likely will happen is that you will be, technically right now you're considered in custody, and what will happen is then you will be transported to the McLean County jail.
My ex-husband was David Rochford, inappropriate relationships with students. He was at McLean County, and I feel like he, rightfully so, got sentenced. But I don't think he helped himself any in the process, and so I've watched enough crime shows to know. I wasn't sure if I could speak to you.
Cool.
The investigation revealed that the child wasn't properly secured in the car seat. Kylie has been charged with a fatal accident and aggravated DUI involving an accident resulting in bodily harm. She faces up to 14 years in prison.
Told her mom that she needed to probably find her daughter like special help, like a psychiatrist or something like that, because her problem was beyond just drugs and alcohol now. It was like her mind was there sometimes and it wasn't.
She looked pretty out of it. I mean, she had her haircut, like Britney Spears kind of thing, went crazy because she used to have like long, big black hair, And Daniel told me that her mom was calling because they can't find her son. And her mom went to her house and saw blood. I don't know how dramatic it was, but saw blood. I don't know where, but just saw blood. Okay. And they can't find her son. And then she's over here. And Daniel, my brother, where's your son? He's with my mom. And her mom's calling over here saying he can't find her son. I mean, there was a bad connection there. Yeah, I don't know if she's lying, crazy, I don't know.
How was her behavior?
Drastically different, because she was always bubbly and loud and had this big, great laugh, kind of really annoying laugh, and talking to everybody, and she was just kind of with her hands in her pockets and quiet.
They are talking about Janet Garcia, a woman whose 4-year-old son went missing earlier that day, and everyone suspects she is responsible. She has issues with alcohol and drugs, and the police searched for her at a rehab center. Her parents reported her because during the search for the boy, they found blood in her house while she was telling others that the child was with his grandparents. Things got strange as soon as they first contacted Janet, when they noticed blood on her shoes.
How you doing? Yeah. You okay? Yeah, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
You guys give us some privacy.
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
Yeah. So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him with another lady so she can watch him for me, because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then, but we left, so I was like, okay, so I went to another lady's house and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic, so I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing, because I'm not talking to my mom, and she's the one that has just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so
that would be really hard.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that one. So I'm here now and everything's okay.
We want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left him with?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh, well, that's not going to cut it. We got to figure out where he's at. Where can you, tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't have an address.
Nothing. Who's the friend? How do you know the person how did you pick the person?
She's a longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
Alika. That's all I know. Alika Bone.
Alika Bone? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you've known
her or anything?
Okay. But you've known her for a long time? So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore.
So. Okay.
So something you signed back into?
No.
No, you just deleted it all.
I delete it all the time. So.
Yeah. You found it today on your old Facebook? And her name is Alika.
Alika Bone.
Alika Bone, like B-O-N-E?
Mhm.
Okay, and she lives in the SeaTac area. So how do we find Alika?
I don't know.
This is just too much. She claims she left her 4-year-old son with a woman she has no contact with, doesn't know the address, and can't explain to the police where her son is. And supposedly, he was meant to stay there for 12 months. You don't need to be a detective to realize she's lying. The only question is how far she'll go with her lies.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle to Alika's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or? Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
So.
Where's it at?
I left it at her house, and then I came over here on the bus.
Okay, what, do you remember what exit you took?
I don't know.
So just to clarify, you go from Everett to the hospital in Everett, you get him checked out, you drive to your friend in SeaTac, you leave the car there, you leave him there, and you take a bus from SeaTac down here. Okay. And that all happened today?
Yeah.
So
pretty expensive ticket. Get a C-Tran bus to come down here?
No, actually, it was only like $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not
lying.
I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone?
No.
To get there? Okay, Alika, you know where your son is because you're a mom who loves her son very much and you didn't
I'm not Alika, I'm Jeanette.
I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Alika, you took him somewhere and you're going to go back to him and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not, I mean, he's there. He's with her, but
tell
he's
me
not
how
with
to
me.
go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know, you have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you.
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
Just on his head, but
Oh.
he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst, dude.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find, I don't even,
How old's your son?
he is 5. So I don't know if this is the right one.
Where did you get that address from just now?
From the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you remember leaving him.
So yeah, Alika, that's her name.
5701, yeah?
5701.
Okay, perfect.
So, and if you guys can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm going to be for the next 12 months. But I mean,
They
he's
check
there.
They check you in.
How did you guys discuss that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still, you wanna check on him
Right.
and all that. How are you guys gonna communicate?
Well, I'm not going to have my phone. I'm not going to use my phone because
Okay.
I'm going to be here for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else. I don't speak to my parents or anything like that because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm going to be. This is like my 3rd year here.
Okay.
So I did 11 months in recovery because I was never like an alcoholic. I was more like of a drug user. So the only drug I ever used was meth.
Yeah.
And I used it for roughly like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
I came to finally get clean on and off,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I tried it one time and then years passed and then I do it again and then
Right.
years passed.
Sure.
So I'm here now. I did a full year of recovery, 11 months. And then I did my 2nd year, like coming back and like, doing the group and stuff like that. So 2 years. This is my 3rd year clean. I started drinking a lot because I was like, okay, I'm not a drinker. I was a drug
You use
user.
drugs, so
Right.
alcohol's okay.
So
Yeah.
alcohol's fine. I'm like, it's a socialized thing that everybody does. I'm going to go out, I'm going to have dinner, I'm going to do this. Well, I drank to the point where I can drink a whole bottle of just like liquor. So I'm like, now I'm an alcoholic. He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping on to the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him take him to the doctor, and so he's doing good.
Okay. Okay. What did he hit it on?
Just on the ground.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was.
Do you think he needed stitches or anything?
No, he's fine.
Okay, you didn't remember where his injury was? Is it front, side, back? Do you remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides? that you recall?
The front, yeah.
Okay. Front. You're kind of pointing above the eyebrow. Okay. I might just take her phone. She's got some specks on her shirt. She's got blood on her shoes. She's not really making sense.
So, if you guys don't, like, locate my son, what's gonna happen?
That's what we're working on at the moment.
Why do you think they wouldn't be able to locate him? I mean, if you got the address to where he'd be.
Because, like, I don't know, I'm just saying, if you guys are not able to find him, like, what can happen?
What it's looking like right now is that we're gonna need to stay with you until we find him. Because it sounds like you said you know where he is, you know where you left him.
Right.
So it shouldn't be an issue, right? Should be able to locate him. Okay, so that's what we just need to stay with you until we locate him.
Okay.
We're gonna be with you for a little bit. Would you mind? We have a precinct right at the road. It's comfortable and dry that we can all sit in so we can chat. So we're all out of the rain. Would that be okay?
Where is it?
It's just right down by the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on 179.
Yeah.
And then we can give you a ride back and all of that if that's okay.
Can
with
I
you.
can I get a coffee from here before we go?
We got coffee there.
We have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got coffee.
We can give you coffee. We ordered food earlier. Do you want some tacos and stuff?
So I think Tanya, Detective Johnson, had told you that you were going to go to jail tonight. Okay. I want to take a picture of your hands because you had said you had hurt your nail or broke your nail or something. So I want to get a good picture. Do you have any other injuries on your hands or anything? Okay.
All set?
You guys took a nap?
We barely fell asleep. By the time I was actually, like dozing off, Miss Vernon was knocking at the door.
Okay, and at that time you put her in her bedroom or left her on the couch?
At this time, I had picked her up because she was laying with me on the couch. I'm not sure if she was on top of me or beside me at that point.
Yeah.
I picked her up and I laid her on the couch, and I opened the door and I came to get her off the couch and I put her in her bed.
Okay. Did she eat or drink anything?
My boyfriend told me he made fish sticks and I want to say like French fries or something.
Okay. No, that was earlier in the day when you guys got back. Did she eat or drink anything?
No, she didn't eat or drink anything.
This is Jania Pratt, and although you'd never guess it from her behavior, she has just lost her 18-month-old child. She personally called the police, reporting that she found her daughter unresponsive in the house. However, the police soon began uncovering the chilling details of this gruesome crime, which Jania tried to portray as a tragic accident. The cause of death was an enormous amount of fentanyl, and police found that very dangerous drug inside the baby's sippy cup.
She had left her, he said she didn't want her sippy cup before they walked out the door to come and get me. So he left the sippy cup there.
Which sippy cup was that?
To my knowledge, it should have been the pink one.
The pink sippy cup?
Mm-hmm.
And where was that located?
I'm not even sure. I wasn't there.
Did he have that or did she have it?
It was left.
It was left there.
She didn't want it on the way out the door.
Okay. When you say on the way out the door, you mean?
When they left to come and get me from school.
Okay, when you came back, did she, that pink sippy cup, do you remember
I
where it
didn't even
was?
see the sippy cup.
Did you give her the sippy cup at all?
I didn't see the sippy cup.
Okay. Do you remember it being in her bedroom, that sippy cup?
I think I might have found the sippy cup on the way to, I'm not sure. I just remember, I believe, putting the sippy cup in her bed with her.
Okay. Did you put anything in the sippy cup?
No, there was a red liquid in it.
Is this the same sippy cup you're thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you have put liquid in there earlier in the day?
Yes.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that the same sippy cup that you put the liquid in? Was it before you went to school, when you got home from school, or?
I put a different juice drink in there, and she had a complete fit, and she didn't drink it.
Okay.
So how the red liquid got in, he changed her sippy cup when he fed her.
Okay.
He said she drank a little bit and threw it.
Notice how she initially claimed to know nothing, but now she's trying to shift the blame onto her boyfriend. In reality, there are only two possible culprits, her or her partner. The only question is whether they acted separately and are now blaming each other, or if they acted together. Either way, the lethal dose of drugs didn't end up in the bottle on its own.
When you lived at that address, did you get anything delivered in the mail from overseas?
I had just ordered her entire room from Walmart. I don't know if that came from overseas or not.
Well, Walmart won it. I'm saying, like, did you order anything that maybe that might not have, that might have been out of the ordinary? Any type of anything from a different country?
No, my mother purchased the baby gate that was in her room.
Okay.
I believe she purchased that from Walmart also.
There would be no reason like you would get any packages, say, from China or from Japan or anything like that.
Like directly from them?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. But to your knowledge, you...
I ordered everything from Walmart.
Okay. So just to be clear, the stuff that was in that sippy cup, you did put in or you did not?
I did not.
Okay. Your child died from fentanyl poisoning. In that sippy cup was fentanyl. In her blood was fentanyl. We just got these results back. It's the same type of fentanyl that people are overdosing every day in Pittsburgh and dying from. Same exact type. Okay. So I need to know how the fentanyl got in the sippy cup. Because right now it's not an accident. It's impossible for your daughter to put fentanyl in a sippy cup. Okay. Physically, it's impossible for her to do. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't any other reason other than she overdosed on fentanyl, which is the same fentanyl that people in the streets are dying on every single day. How'd the fentanyl get in the sippy cup, Janaea?
Just straight fentanyl?
Yeah.
So what is it, like a liquid?
That fentanyl was put in a sippy cup and there was liquid mixed into it and it was given to Charlotte and that's how she died. So I need to know how that got in there.
I have no knowledge to how fentanyl got in my daughter's sippy cup.
When someone gives someone something and they die from it, it's a homicide.
Okay, well, I've been making complaints to my rent office because I've been smelling a funny smell in my house several times returning back to my house. So are you implicating that I put fentanyl in my child's sippy cup?
No, but based on this timeline, I mean, there's only two people that could have put fentanyl in the sippy cup. I need to know how it got in there because this investigation is not going away. Do you get fentanyl delivered from China?
I don't know anything about fentanyl.
But have you ever put anything in there?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Other than...
I mean, because some parents will give their kids a little bit of, Benadryl or something like that. So parents...
I'm not one of those people or parents.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Is there a reason someone would want to do that? Is there a reason why fentanyl would be in a sippy cup?
No, there's not. And no, there's not a reason anybody would want to.
The amount of fentanyl that was in her system was extremely high. It was absorbed very quickly, and once she swallowed it, she didn't have much time to survive.
That's not possible because I didn't physically see her with her sippy cup, and we were at home. I was with her.
She has to say things like this to avoid any possibility of admission of guilt.
The sippy cup I showed you that picture of, that's the sippy cup that had it in it. I'm going to step out for a little bit, let you think about this.
There's nothing to think about.
Okay, well, I need to step out anyway.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Are there any more questions?
I just want to know how it got in there. That's the big question.
I don't know how it got in there. This is news to me like it's news to you.
If you had to guess how it got in there.
A manufacturing issue with the Happy Drinks?
Yes, you heard that right. She just claimed that maybe the baby juice manufacturer accidentally put fentanyl in the batch.
So you think it could have been the Huggy?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, I took a sip of those Huggies and it didn't really have a pleasing taste to it.
We tested the Huggies. No fentanyl. Is this something your boyfriend would have done?
He has kids of his own. Why would he hurt my child?
Well, did anyone else have access to the apartment?
Maintenance people, the people who run the place?
Did you have any people in your house that use heroin?
No.
Do you use heroin?
No.
Does your boyfriend use heroin?
No.
This isn't going to go away. This investigation is not going away until I find out. Okay?
When you find out, you let me know.
I definitely will. I mean, you already told me she was acting fine. She wasn't sick. You guys got home, you take a nap, you fall asleep together on the couch. Social or the Urban League lady comes, you take her into her bedroom. She falls asleep in there, Urban Lady leaves.
She was asleep before I put her
Oh, she
in
was
bed.
still asleep. She stayed asleep, Urban Lady left. And you went to check on her, and that's when you found she was unresponsive. And there was that pink sippy cup on her bed. I really want to know why your baby had that large amount of fentanyl in her.
I would too.
I mean, it was enough to kill a very large animal. I think someone, just like a bartender, mixes up a drink, put it in that sippy cup. Do you agree with me?
I'm not agreeing because who would do that to a child? There's
A really messed up person. Really messed up person would do that.
There's no possible way. Any more questions?
No.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Can I go?
Sure.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, along comes Annie Anderson. In 2005, she left her newborn baby in a trash can at an airport in Arizona. The baby was found dead, wrapped in newspapers in a plastic bag. Nearly 20 years later, the FBI was able to track down the mother through DNA analysis, finally identifying the woman behind this monstrous crime.
Go talk to my mom real quick?
Yeah, we'll do that here in a second. Okay, Annie, so you have a warrant out of Maricopa County, Arizona for homicide. Okay?
Yeah, that's not true, but okay.
Well, you do. They've asked us to
I know, I know.
And we don't have any of the details. We're just asked to arrest you.
I understand.
Okay?
I understand.
So, what's going to happen here is we're not going to ask you any questions or anything like that. Okay? We're going to take you to Snohomish County Jail and book you on a charge called fugitive from justice. Okay? It's because you have an out-of-state warrant. I will.
Even though I'm not actually a fugitive?
You are. It's considered a fugitive because it's an out-of-state warrant. I'll do it. I got it.
Any weapons on you or anything like that?
I do have a knife in my pocket.
Which pocket?
The right one.
The right one?
There.
Okay. I appreciate you being honest.
Yeah,
with me.
it's just a pocket knife.
Yeah.
You know, a little pocket knife. And I have a box cutter.
Okay. These two things right here, right? Awesome. Hop on in.
I have a bad back.
Okay. I'll help you up if you want to just put one leg up. How can I help you? It's probably easier with your other foot.
That's my bad leg. Sorry,
That's your bad leg. Would it be easier to put you in a car that is a little bit lower? Would that be helpful?
We can help her up.
She has a bad back, so.
Oh. We'll help you.
How can I help you? Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Let me confirm and check.
Yeah, they already did. They're getting some shoes for you, okay? Sit tight for a second, alright? Are you Lila?
I am.
Can you get some shoes for your daughter?
What's going on?
She has a warrant for her arrest out of Arizona.
What?
Yeah, for a homicide. So she's gonna need a pair of shoes, okay?
So, does she have a jacket?
You can grab her shoes and a jacket if you have them for her. Okay?
I have my slippers on. This is ridiculous. Okay, so are these sufficient, or do you want your Crocs? Those are fine. Those are fine. My phone is right here in my pocket right there. Can you get it? I need you to call James. Are you? Can I put my shoes on?
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to him for just a sec?
You could put him on speakerphone if you need. Is that your attorney or is that your?
He's going to call my attorney.
He's going to call your attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. Get about 30 seconds, okay? You're going to get phone calls at the jail.
Hello? Hey, you know what's happening, right? Okay, I need you to handle it, okay? I need you to do everything in your power to figure this out.
Okay.
It's in my savings. My mom's got my phone. Yeah, and yeah. Get this. Yes, please. Do whatever you need to do. Okay, I've got to transfer some cash for him so he can pay my attorney.
Okay. Let's do that real quick.
I will do it as fast as I possibly can, depending on the internet connection.
Yep. No, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I got you. You've been super cool, so we'll let you do that. She's got to transfer some money for some attorney fees, though, so that's fine. It's my sergeant, Sergeant Dill. He's a super patient guy.
I'm generally super patient too, and I'm gonna try everything I can here to just, remain calm.
Did you know this was coming?
In a roundabout sort of way. I've been talking to
You've
them.
been kind of dealing with it, right?
But they, I hadn't heard anything. We've been trying to work out some details and some things, and
You're good. Just transfer your money.
I'm really quite irritated though that this is happening today.
Yeah, they called us 2 hours, an hour ago, hour and a half ago.
I mean, after Christmas would have been so much nicer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Annie defended herself by claiming the baby was stillborn. However, the autopsy from 2005 revealed the cause of death was suffocation. She was charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and abandoning or concealing a dead body.